generation, we think of boredom as like being a horrible thing.
Yeah.
Like if you look at kids play, there are times whereby a kid is so bored, like they don't know what to do. Like they sit down, they think, what can I do? And they look at something and they go and play. Like have that curiosity.
Yeah.
See the world through the eyes of a kid.
If you haven't started having sex, you are clean, you are fine.
Yeah.
You're a good boy. There's nothing bad about that.
Yeah, there's no
You're
shame in
clean,
it.
your soul is clean, like you have nothing. You can do anything, you know.
Why I say I was lucky in high school is because when I started going to hands or talking to hands, I didn't start like with the 10s, the 9s, the 7s.
Yeah.
I started like slowly with the 4s, like to get my confidence going.
That's how you build your.
That's how you build your foundation.
Yeah, your confidence.
So I went to a 4 and I got, and then the girl was like, yeah, let's do this thing. I was like, yeah, what? I went to another 4, it works.
Yeah.
Went to another 4,
Yeah.
went to another 4. I got my experience. I see the moment you go to hand, you see, you say, this works, this doesn't work. When you say this, it works. And I built my game based on that. So when I finally went to the girls that I wanted, it was like easy for me.
Yo, it's your boy Ntokozo. Welcome to the Everything Growth Podcast. As you all can see, I'm not alone. I'm with
Romeo Jake, the Box. Welcome to today's episode. We'll be talking about various things, and I'll let Ntokozo start with the conversation.
what do you think, and how do you think a media, like a social media, can break someone or build someone?
I feel like social media is like a double-edged sword. What I mean by this is like it has its disadvantages and advantages.
Yeah.
But right now, what I'm seeing is that the disadvantages are more compared to the disadvantages.
True.
Because the people that use social media right now are people who do not use it the way it's intended, right? The people who created the apps, social media apps, didn't know about the consequences that we see right now. For example, the suicide rates are going up because of people's poor mental health. What I mean by this is that people on social media are saying horrible things. For example, they say it's easy to see things like porn and things that make you less of who you are, or things that lead you astray. And it's easy for people to come to a point whereby they compare themselves with other people, and that of course is a problem. So the good uses of social media is if you're using it for business, which most people are not going to use it for business. So other than that, there's no really good use for social media. And the problem with that is that also people who are kids, for example, exposing kids to social media is also terrible, because they get to see content that is not really age appropriate. So I feel like if you do not have a business, if you do not have anything to market, let's say a YouTube channel or anything like that, then you have no business on there. Because the only social media apps that I'll recommend is like for messaging, like your WhatsApp, that's it. Anything else, bruh, like it's not good for young people.
Do you think there's pressure?
Pressure?
Yeah.
I would say yes.
Yeah.
What I mean by this is that now the world is connected.
Yeah.
Right now we can see what Americans are doing, for example. We can see what people in Dubai are doing, for example. And you can also compare ourselves with people who are the same age as us. Meaning we come to a point whereby even though you might have good things in life, you take those things for granted because you think about what you could have or what other people already have in your age group. For example, someone might be having a Ferrari in Dubai, or someone might be working, maybe as a doctor who is the same age as you, right? Sometimes seeing that might make you jealous and make you think, yo, other people are doing this and this, and me, I'm out here chilling, not doing much. Other people are doing this and this, and me, I'm out here failing at school or whatever. So I feel like it has a positive element of it. It's like you can inspire you, but it also that has that thing of like pressure whereby you feel like you're not doing enough, or you're not moving fast enough towards your dreams.
Yeah, talking about pressure and what you just said right now. There's a song song by Java. I like it because I'm a vibe. You know what he said on the song? He said, I'm busy poisoning my mind, saying I'm a failure. Meanwhile, I'm on a track.
Yeah.
So actually that's what happened on social media. You think like you don't have nothing, you're a failure because maybe you're 25 and you see someone who's 25 is driving Porsche.
Maybe the same people are like also singing and etc.
And doing something that you wish to do, and you feel like I'm a failure, I'm not doing okay, and that thing it will stuck into your like it will create something in your mind. It will end up being with depression and things about. So and it might destroy your confidence and shit and stuff about. So yeah, I think that there's too much pressure on social media, and yeah, man.
That's true, brother. That's true. I feel like, yeah, it's something that's real, and I don't know if there are any real solutions to this.
They are.
What would you recommend?
Stay away from social media. Like, be like, something about social media. You need break. You don't have to be like on social media like for a long time of period. Like not for 7 months.
Yeah.
It's like TikTok. If you like go to TikTok right now, and you can like stay there until like maybe 4 hours.
But I would say your solution, although it sounds good for you, but people right now don't have the same life experiences like you. For example, you and I can probably agree that we know life without phones, smartphones.
Yeah,
we know life without Instagram. We know life without TikTok. But right now, as soon as a kid is like 10, 11, they already have smartphones. They already have social media. From that age up until 15 or 16, they've been on these platforms that they don't know how to stop. Like they've been there for so long that they don't know life without those apps. They don't have friends. They don't have experiences outside of those things. For example, in our age, before we had smartphones, like we would go out to play, watch Dragon Ball Z together, go outside, maybe play or more. Like kids these days don't have that, because when they link up, what do? You come, you sit with me, I take out my phone, you take out your phone. So these phones have become something that they live by. So telling them to stop is like telling a drug addict to stop right now. Like, say, stop. It's not that easy, bruh.
Is it? Man, I think it's easy for me. Like, okay, not
for you it's easy, but for them it's difficult because they don't know life without. Like they don't have something to compare with. Like say my life was better without social media, and now my life is worse with social media. Like their life has always been like their side. Now telling them to stop is like it's much more difficult as compared to someone who lived life without.
Do you think is it a distraction?
It's a big distraction. I feel like it's a big distraction, even with me, because I'm someone who likes pursuing my goals, like trading, doing content, helping other people become better versions of themselves, exercising and investing in myself. What I've seen is that when I wake up, if I wake up and I use my phone in the morning, let's say I go to social media, I'm less likely to do all the things that I've set out to do during the day.
Exactly.
For example, if I said I want to exercise, I want to run, I want to do, even though I might do some of those things, I won't do all. Whereas if I just wake up, do not touch my phone and start doing things, I feel more motivated to do other things. Because these phones things are designed in such a way, these social media apps are designed in such a way that you get dopamine. A dopamine is like some sort of your reward system. For example, when you're running a race or when you do something, you get a reward. Like say, when I reward myself with like maybe ice cream or whatever. So the moment you wake up and they give you ice cream and they tell you to race for the ice cream, like it doesn't make sense. You already have ice cream. So it's something similar to that. Like say you wake up, you already have your reward. So you have no motivation to do other things because you already have the relaxation. You already have all those other things. So it's a big distraction because kids nowadays, like if you look at their academic stats, like the marks that they are getting, those marks are horrible, bro. Like if you look at the marks people were getting before they had smartphones and the marks people are getting now that they have smartphones, it's like a different thing. Even dating. Before I even talk about dating, let me not go there. Even friendships. Even friendships, bro. Like people don't have genuine relationships.
Yeah, because now everyone is a friend because they follow you.
They follow you on social media. They like your things.
Exactly. Now you see as a friend. And then when they go to their real friend, you're gonna be like, fake friend.
Fake friends. People hate
right
me.
Now, a lot of people have like maybe my 5 best friend. You know, it doesn't make sense to me like to have like best friends.
It's impossible. It's impossible, brother.
You have to know your circle, man. Like, just because someone is following you,
it doesn't mean
always commenting. You're not my friend, Ndanga. You know, like you're just someone like I know. You know, so now there's no like we don't check. There's no checklist when we make friends right now, everyone's just a friend, you know. Everyone you meet at the Groove, everyone you meet at ShopRite or everywhere you go,
say,
you know, at the funeral. Hey, I saw you on TikTok, you're dancing. Now you feel like, this one is a friend, you know. Which
it doesn't operate that way.
No, it doesn't. Because at the end of the day, when someone start to show you their true colors, you're gonna be like, they betrayed me.
They hate me. Because I've been seeing these messages from girls as of late. Like, they've been speaking about hate. Like almost every day, they speak about hate. There are people on here who hate me. Like, bruh, in real life, no one cares. Like, so that's something that something that most people don't get. Like, we as humans care more about ourselves than we do about other people. When I go out here, I'm not thinking about Stewie Drexy. What is Stewie doing right now?
No.
It's Stewie eating. It's like, nah, bro. I'm thinking about myself, Rexy. Right now, I'm going wherever. When I get there, I want to do this or this. Tomorrow, I want to do this. I ate money. I have to fix. Like, you're not thinking there's no time.
You know where the problem starts? The problem starts when you start not like spending time on yourself.
Yeah.
Because you're spending time on social media, right? You forget yourself, who you are. You forget to love yourself, to respect yourself, you know, to know your worth. Yeah. That's where the problem starts. If you know who you are, you know your worth, you wouldn't just make friends with anyone. If you love yourself, Romy, you know, I love myself, bro. I don't do that. I'm not that person. But then if you're a social media person and you're always on social media, you forget who you are. Exactly. You're
always distracted.
Exactly. You're always on Facebook, you're posting jokes, you know, everywhere you go, like, hi, Romeo, hey, Romeo. Now you feel like you feel loved, you know. Yeah, exactly. You don't love yourself, but when someone show you love, you feel like, okay, now I'm special, you know.
Yeah.
When someone spoils, it's like
if someone treats you kindly or they treat you with respect.
Because you don't do that to yourself.
Yeah.
You don't go to solo dating like, I'm going to make tea today, I'm going to eat.
Yeah.
Solo. You don't do that. And when someone start doing that to you, you feel like, okay, now I'm special.
This is the one.
Nah, man, you should love yourself and everything will be fine.
I feel like right now with this social media thing, it's like people are getting to experience, or they're getting a taste of what artists are continuously experiencing.
Yes, true.
Because as an artist, you live in that state whereby it's always fans telling you how much they love you. Because you're consistently distracted, right? You're always getting messages. There's no time to spend with yourself. Likewise, people who are always on social media, they have no time to spend with themselves. And sometimes there are horrible things that happen in your life. Let's say you go through a breakup, someone dies, you fail, there are many things that go wrong, right? Because you don't spend so much time with yourself, you're always distracted. But those feelings are there, bro. And the more bad things happen, the more it accumulates. And it comes to points where you just break. You break down. And they ask you, except Jeremiah, what's happening? You don't even know, bro. You just say, yes, I feel sad. You don't even know what's happening. Why? Because you never had time to reconcile with everything. You never had time to sit down and say, this relationship was fire, I just broke up. Because right now people are living life fast. A relationship goes south, they move on to a new partner. Relationship goes, they move. There's no time to sit down and to think. Like, say, as much as this relationship went south, what did I do wrong?
Because it's always the
other person. Like, whenever you meet Hans, they always tell you, like, say, hi, you know, my boy, it's never about them. Why? Because they never sit down to ask themselves, like, see. Because right now with me, like, I have like this 3-month rule. Like, after a relationship, I don't talk about the other person, I don't talk about myself.
Exactly.
Before 3 months has passed. Because after 3 months, it's when I get to realize that, it's when I get to see myself, like, say, yes, in this instance and that instance, yes, I flopped. Like,
blind.
Was I the one who did this and this and this? Like, that's when you came to realize. But if you start talking about negatively about the other person's from the story that you tell yourself, because you're gonna start to believe the things that you tell other people, like, say, Study this, Study did that, but that's not the chat right now. How would you say is the best way to know yourself, or to get to know yourself, to respect yourself, and to do all those things?
To isolate yourself, to always be to isolate yourself. I don't know if you understand, like, when you're like always indoors, trying to get yourself. I know some people might say it's you become lonely and shit, but then spending time to know yourself. You have to be alone, Roma, because you know what they say. If you spend, if you're a friend with 2 guys who are not working, you're gonna be the third one who's not working, right?
Exactly.
So if you spend time alone, right, you're gonna reflect who you are. If you are that guy who always like, you're gonna feel, man, you say, hey, I love this, this is who I am.
Yeah.
You're gonna know what's your love language, because when you're in a relationship, you end up trying to impress the other person, say, I mean, my love language is physical touch, because you want to smash. But then if you spend time alone, you're gonna know, no, man, this is who I am, this is what I love,
this is what I enjoy doing, this,
because no one is judging you.
Yeah.
No one is telling you other things,
Yeah.
And then social media, because every time, if you notice, every time when you go through something, you're gonna find it on social media.
Yeah, you find someone who relates or is going through something similar,
and they're gonna tell you different stories, like, oh, you should do this, and other one comes and say do this, and you get like confused.
Yeah.
So my chat is like, be off social media, be alone, spend time alone, not 24 hours alone, but then with family and sometimes with friends sometimes, but then most of the time be alone, think straight. That's where you get to. That's why older people used to tell us, you'll think about this when you're on you're taking shit, So now it makes a lot of sense. Well, you have to be alone so that you can think straight and know who you are.
Yeah, alone time, I feel like alone time is very important.
Yeah.
To me, I would say going from being with people or from a busy life to being alone is kind of like a big step, or it's a big jump.
Yeah.
The one thing that I can say is that normalize having times whereby you just sit by yourself and you do nothing. Like with me, I'm lucky that I have like young nieces and nephews that are like 3, 4, 5. Sometimes I just go outside and sit down and look at them. Like the way they are, like boredom to them is like a gift. Like it's like a good thing. Like we have come in this generation, we think of boredom as like being a horrible thing.
Yeah.
Like if you look at kids play, there are times whereby a kid is so bored, like they don't know what to do. Like they sit down, they think, what can I do? And they look at something and they go and play. Like have that curiosity. See the world through the eyes of a kid. And have times whereby you just do nothing. By doing nothing, you become aware of the thoughts that you think. And you become aware of the voice that is inside your head, right? Because that voice is always speaking. And most of the time, you're not aware of what it's saying, right? And sometimes that voice is not saying good things. But because you're always distracted, you come to a point whereby you think that voice is you. And you think what that voice is saying is what you're supposed to do. Because I remember when I was younger, I never used to think about things.
Yeah,
like,
how old were you?
By young, I mean when I was in grade 12 or grade 11, like whenever I made decisions, I never used to think about the consequences of those decisions. Like whatever came to my mind, like say, go and do this, go and kiss that hand. Like I'll just go there, I'm doing it. Go and kiss that hand, I'll just go there and do it. The consequence of this is that there was this other gent, like he had 2 girlfriends. I didn't know at the time. Like I went and kissed one of his girlfriends in front of him. I didn't know like he was the boyfriend. Like even the girl didn't tell me, because when I went to the hand, I told her like, say, you look beautiful. Hey, your lips look nah. She was blushing like, say, let me taste it. Yeah.
Was it main cheek or side cheek?
Main cheek.
Yeah.
It was the main cheek. And I did that. And I found out after, the chance told me after, like, say, yes, that guy. Same day. They told me, yes, that guy is the boyfriend. I was like, yo. Nah.
So the boyfriend was there.
The boyfriend was there. The hand was coming from the boyfriend. It's like the hand was with the boyfriend, and then she's coming this way. And that's when I go talk to her. I don't know, maybe the hand had a crush on me, but she didn't say, like, that's my boyfriend right there, and I did it there. And the guy was in, and there was this one at a time. You found a new girl. This one time, I linked up with the girl. Like the girl was like, it's a new girl. I don't know this girl. I mean, the girl was with her friends and stuff like that. I did the same thing. Like, I repeat, the guy was not there. But he found out that, like, say, this guy did it again. And this guy thought I have beef with him. Because obviously, like, I can't go to a girl. Now I'm going to another girl. It's like, because at that time, I never used to think about such things. It's like, to me, it was like fun or like the thrill. Like, say, right now I want to do this. I'm doing this. That's it. And that guy hated me, bro. Even now, like, there are sometimes where I link up with him, like, we have some mutual friends. He would come, he would greet all my friends except for me. Like, we would not talk. Maybe we would just greet each other. Hey. That's it. So I feel like sometimes there are some relationships that you get to miss out on. Why? Because we're distracted. It's like, I want what I want, nothing else. And that can be a problem. So that to me, I was like, One thing that I'm gonna say before I lose you all is that have times whereby, even if it's 15 minutes a day, whereby you just sit and you realize, like, say, five minutes is actually a lot of time.
Yeah, it is.
Like, when you're on your phone, like 5 minutes is nothing, but 5 minutes just sitting there, you'll sit and you'll feel your body just wanting to do something. Like, it wants to grab a phone, it wants to grab the remote, it wants to like. True. The moment you start sitting by yourself, you'll start to think. And you start to think about nice things. Like, you start to think about your dreams, your goals. Or
you see the picture there.
What do I want in life, God?
What's going on?
Yeah. What's my time?
Yeah, exactly.
What do I like?
Exactly.
And all those things are important.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna discover all those things.
You know what I like spending time alone.
Mm-hmm.
You get to think, like, you get ideas, like, so fast here and there, you know what? And then you see, wow, okay, now. But if you are with people, you'll never. Because we are gents, you know how nice it is to be Majidin.
Yeah.
Talk about nice things, you know. So you never get a chance to think straight and you do the right thing. You know, like when you called me, when you texted me today and said we're shooting, that same day that I called you and said, Romeo, I want us to do a certain thing. I want us to do this thing.
Yeah.
That day in front, I was just chilling alone, thinking about what can I do, or what? And then you came to my mind. I was like, okay. Then I needed confirmation, you know.
Yeah.
If you, then I was like, okay, this is what I like doing. You know, I'm a person who like to speak in Chiyobo. I'm like, okay, Romeo knows these things. I can do this thing. We can do this thing. Then I called you the same time. You know, like, my boy, you even had the energy when I called you, like, my boy, we're doing this shit. In a way.
Yeah.
At that time, I felt it. Man, I'm doing this shit. You know, if I was with other people, I'm telling them about, I want to do this thing with them. They're like, hey, you're crazy, man. I'd rather day, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I was alone. Nobody judged me. And yeah, it was like that, man.
Yeah, so right now, I know you were minding the Mjolo question, man. But right now, I've come to a point in my life whereby I feel like I've gotten soft. And it's a thought that I had, like, early today. I feel like I've gotten soft, man. Back in the day, bruh, like, I was ruthless, bruh. Like, when it came to these things.
Yeah.
But right now, I feel like, I don't know.
But it's growth, man, you know?
Is it growth?
Yeah, it's growth. Sometimes you outgrow these things. When you see other kids are doing it, you're like, I've done that, man. I've done it. Then there's nothing that I haven't done. There's nothing that we haven't done. So,
yeah,
you know,
that's true.
You've done it. You went to house parties. You did what you did.
Yeah.
You did what you did. High school. Now varsity. What you did.
Yeah.
You did everything. So now when everyone is doing it, you just like you said, you just observe what kids are doing. They're getting bored, you know.
I feel like, wisdom has made me soft. I feel like back then I used to enjoy things.
The thing is, like, you read a lot. That's the problem. You read a lot. And then when you read a lot, you get a lot of knowledge. Now you know your worth, you know everything. You know when to strike, when not to strike.
Yeah.
You know, even when you talk to someone, like, it's not worth it, you know.
Back
in the days, you were not doing shit, bro. You were just trying to impress your gents. Like, okay, you don't know me, I can smell that girl. And tomorrow, you know,
because you're bored, you're nothing to do,
and you are in high school,
or
varsity. You're surrounded by like a lot of beautiful girls, you know. Obviously, you're gonna get tempted, smash, you know. But now I think it's growth, man. We outgrow these things, man. You know.
So here's a thought. I don't know. I don't like talking about such things online, especially sex. But do you think having a higher body count actually matters? Or okay, here's my question: is someone who hasn't smashed anyone, like someone who's still pure, like a virgin, better than someone who has like a body count that's higher, or is someone with a higher body count better than someone who's is a body count of like 0? Which is better, like a no body count, a higher body count?
It depends. For me, you know.
It depends on what.
If you have no body count, you are good.
Yeah.
You are clean.
Yeah.
When it comes to life, you're a good person, right? You're good.
Yeah.
But when it comes to relationship world,
you're
fucked up. Exactly. You're fucked up in a way if you're gonna get a baddie. Like a bad girl dog.
Yeah, someone who's been in the game for a while,
and you go there, you wanna start to, and then she tells you, she will think maybe you're wasting her time or anything. So it depends.
You're not wasting time.
You're not wasting time.
Just the first time.
Yeah.
So with that regard, so your argument is that experience.
Yeah.
By having a low body count, you basically sacrifice the experience.
No. You can have a low body count
and still have experience.
Yeah, because you can do it with one person for a long period of time. Yeah. So what I'm saying is because if you haven't started having sex, you are clean, you are fine.
Yeah.
You're a good boy. There's nothing bad about that.
There's no shame in it.
Your soul is clean, like you have nothing. You can do anything, And then the other one that he has done it, now he's good when it comes to a relationship world. Yeah. Because there are people who have maybe higher body count, but the experience it's weak. Like they don't know how to do it,
Yeah.
Because they just smash one person once, and the girl's like, this guy, they move on. Yeah.
So they haven't really committed to one part, to growing, maturing, and understanding things for what they are.
So you find out that one with one body count had sex for a long period of time with one person, has more experience than the other one.
Because right now in my life, although my experience is quite good, sometimes spiritually I tend to envy people who are still pure. I think about yes, we are actually things.
Hey, you guys
could have been pure, could have been clean.
Then what? At the end of the day, you're gonna lose everything. You're gonna have sex at the end of the day. More especially, environment plays the biggest role.
Yeah.
You get bored, Romeo. You get bored. You're on Facebook. There's a hand there. Maybe 7.
Yeah.
She likes your story. 5 hearts. You get inside, No, but your vision, bro. You can never, bro. So sometimes, you can't have regret when it comes to.
I'm not regretting things, but I just envy their work. To me, I feel like those experiences are invaluable, bro. Because even if it's not about sex, even if it's just dating, talking to hands, that's experience.
Yeah.
That experience translates directly to things like what business.
Yeah.
For example, if you're someone who's spoken to 20 hands or 200 hands in your life, it's gonna be easy for you to walk into a room with 200 people and just maybe say something that you wanna say. For example, advertise your business or whatever.
Yeah.
As compared to someone who is still shy or feels fearful to talk to hands, bro, what you think about 200 people? It's yo.
Yeah.
They're gonna be hands in there, yo.
Man, guava do exist. It exists. Yeah.
What do you think is the cause of it?
Guava.
To have a fear of talking to hands.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of guava. That's the thing.
How can you be a fan of it?
No. I'm not a person with. I do have guava.
You have experienced it.
Yeah, I once had a guava at that age, but now I don't have guava. Maybe it's because it's.
What happened?
I told myself rejection do exist. She's not the last one and the first one who's gonna reject me.
Yeah.
But then the thing about rejection, it will take you months to recover. It will take you time. Okay, not really months, but in long period of time to recover.
Yeah.
What if even this one does it? But then it depends how the girl speaks to you. If she's that girl who where are you going? If you are pushing her, where are you going? I want and everything.
Yeah.
That's where the rejection
will take months.
Yeah, but then if you go there and she tells you, I like you, but then we can be friends, that's a good rejection. You can okay, next time I'll go and fix this and this and this,
Oh, so you're saying it depends on the kind of rejection that
you
get.
Yeah.
So for me, I would say I was lucky. I did experience Gobaba, especially in primary. Even that hand, I only started speaking to her in high school. In primary, there were days whereby I would tell myself, today, I'm doing it. Today is the day. And I get there.
When you see her,
sure. Tomorrow. You see that guy, come break. Yeah. During break time, lunchtime, we'll see.
Yeah.
And I see her, I was I continuously made excuses, bruh. Now she's with her friends. When she's alone, I'll be the one who walks her home. A month would go by. like every day.
Yeah.
Every day. But then finally in high school, she started dating. Yo, I was head, bro. That time she was dating one of my friends. Like, yo. That time my friend is cheating. She has other hands on the side. What I did was like, say, I went to this hand. I told her, say, hey, yes, boy, Wako is doing this and this. I was a fool. I was a fool at the time. Thinking, the girl's gonna dump this guy. I'm gonna do my thing. And the girl didn't. The girl didn't even believe me. Like, I was lacking. I don't know if the girl did tell my friend or not, but I think he didn't because he didn't ask me about.
But you know your friend is gonna like watch the video.
Yeah, he's gonna do it. You wouldn't know who I'm talking about.
Your circle is so small, my boy.
My circle is too small, but then in high school I was dating. I don't even know how many girls I dated. So there's a thing. Like I dated almost I can't count. There was this time my ex-girlfriend asked me, how many girls did you date? And I was counting like. And the number was crossing with my 20, you know, it's like, because to me, the reason why I say I was lucky in high school is because when I started going to hands or talking to hands, I didn't start like with the 10s, the 9s, the 7s. I started like slowly with the 4s, like to get my confidence going.
That's how you build
your foundation.
Yeah, your confidence.
So I went to a 4 and I got, and then the girl was like, yeah, let's do this thing. I was like, yeah, what? I went to another 4, it works. Went to another 4, went to another 4. I got my experience. I see the moment you go to hand, you see, like, say, this works, this doesn't work. When you say this, it works. And I built my game based on that. So when I finally went to the girls that I wanted, it was like easy for me. The only like rejection I would get maybe is like if they tell me like say I'm actually dating and stuff like that. I was like, Sometimes I wouldn't ask. Or sometimes when they tell me they are dating, it would be like a challenge to me. That would make me more excited. You're dating. How's your boy? Is the relationship fine? They were like, nah. The relationship was like, forget about that guy. Now I'm here. Now.
Then how do you deal with I have a boyfriend now? Now.
It depends, bro. Oh, now?
Yeah, now.
Right now, at this age.
Yeah.
Right now, bro, I've come to a point where I respect. I respect people's hands, bro.
Yeah.
Like, to me, I don't see the return on investment, bro. Like, of like...
One thing about me, I like the fact that you respect that chance. You know? I never ask about your boyfriend when I approach a girl. Unless she tells me. I don't do when she tells me I have a boyfriend, I don't do, but I don't want your boyfriend, I want you.
Yeah.
That shit doesn't work, man.
It does. For me, it always worked, bro.
I don't want your boyfriend, I want you. That line's work, man.
Not that line, but you just say it doesn't matter, bro. Like,
it doesn't matter. Okay, when you get here, do you take it as like the hand? Okay, the hand of love.
No. That one is for like friends with benefits.
But man,
if she's saying, okay, she's in a relationship right now, she's saying yes to me. How am I gonna make me my main girl? Then that's crazy, bro. What if the other guy comes and like say, I forget about you?
Because you lose them how you got them.
Yeah. So such hands, not serious relationship kind of girls. It's like for fun or like in out. I tell them I actually encourage you, keep your boyfriend.
That's the thing.
Go see your boyfriend.
You have agreement and you agree with Jake. It's just the smashing thing.
Yeah, but you know, hands they're gonna change the things. They're gonna be like, I feel you. They tell you about like I dump my boyfriend.
Hey, for you. Hey, fun. Okay, I was gonna say something, but then you end up getting those texts. You know, like I like you. I like you over him. Like why, dog? You know why? Because everything that is new, it's nice. It's nice. You can tell by the sneaker, t-shirt, phone, everything that is new. It's nice. Doesn't matter. So now she'll feel like the old boyfriend.
It's not fun. I'm used to this. Like the text are even boring. Look at this.
He's doing the same style and everything. Cause me, when I get there, she's not my hand. I wanna impress and do things.
Yeah.
So and then that shit really kills a lot of relationship. So.
But right now, I would say my respect, and as much as I say respect, I feel like it depends on the environment. But right now, I would say to a large extent, I do respect. Yeah. In case, for example, where we are right now, like I'm coming to a point where I'm realizing, like, say, all the fire hands that I want are carved, bro. Like all the ones that I want right now are carved. So what must happen now?
There's nothing that we can do, my chief.
Nah, just sit back.
Yeah, relax. Your time is coming. You said it when the time is right. Yeah, man. But then, hey, great things comes to those who act.
Yeah, but yeah, sometimes this thing of like taking people's hands can actually get you killed. So that's why, hey, people are getting killed, people are getting shot out. At our age, or when you're young, they can forgive you, or like 17, and you're not gonna shoot me.
No, I'm not 17. I'm saying 17.
Can I for a
People
17?
I think I'm young.
17 with this, I'm gonna like.
With what? With what?
With these
Hey,
things.
Rumi, this thing doesn't mean anything, pal. There's a kid who has these things, pal. Yeah, 17.
They were like,
so yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Is like respect is a big thing. Like to me, it came hard. Like it's as you said, I read books. So
Yeah.
there was this one book I was reading. It told me like, say when a hand tells you to scarf, bro, like, stay away. Like there's no ROI. There's no benefit that you're gonna get from doing that.
Yeah, and that thing it might play with her mind, you know, when she said like I have a boyfriend, because she might think you're gonna chase and say I like you and be other guys. Like when you find like, why are you being like that? It's like 11th man theory, you know.
I don't know.
Okay, you know it. You just want me to talk too much. 11th man, 11th man theory, ne? It's like there were 10 girls in a club, you know. 10 gents.
Sorry,
10 gents.
I know it. I know it.
Yeah, the 11th man came and just greeted the lady and started talking to the gents. You know, because all these 10 men were offering money, cigarette, buying alcohol, but then the 11th man came there and like hi and started talking with us, and then she was attracted to the 11th.
Yeah, because he wasn't giving her what she wants, which is attention. He wasn't seeing her, and she was like, well, what? Today's the first time. Like 10 people came and they were showering me with attention, and this guy is just like, I'm not. It's like as if I'm a ghost. I'm not there. Like what's happening? Like I wanna find out what this guy's about. So that's basically women live and thrive with attention. Like women, like if you don't believe me, like one thing that I always try is like I like kids, bro. Kids are like as pure as humans can.
Yeah.
Like if you look at how boys treat like older women, it's usually with like disrespect. They usually disrespect. They usually like that's what women like. Like these days, like women our age, they like men who are playful, men who know how to break rules and stuff like that. Like you mustn't be rigid, or you mustn't be like always when you wanna play by the rule. I'm respectful. I respect women. I'm not like that's not fun. Right? They want men who sometimes can break the rules or can be. That's how young boys are. At least the ones that have experienced. And if you look at like how young girls are, like they like attention. Like if you compare the development of like vocals, girls are the ones who usually talk a lot. Like when they grow, like, at 3, she's always telling you things. Look at this, look at that. Look, I got this. My mom, like, bro, they want what? Attention. They want attention. So if you want to punish a kid, stop giving her attention. Like, make a time whereby you just give her attention. Like, for an hour, entertain her things. Entertain. And after the next hour, if she does something wrong, just act like she's not there. Like you walk into your room, she's like, Rami, like look at how she'll be heard. So the same things that work for kids are the same things that work for us. So if your girl, for example, starts drama and say, you did just let her chill out for me. That's how the best way to punish her, not like hitting her or stuff. Attention. So the same thing, like attention is so important to them that when you don't give them attention, they'll want you. So this also, I've used that theory, but not in the way that you're saying. For example, I've always been confused as to like how to approach girls. For example, let's say there's a group of girls, right, working, and there'll be like a fire hand there. And I always wonder, like, say, how do I get there? Because oftentimes when I would go there, especially in uni, that's always difficult. For example, let's say it's like a group, they're studying there, they're talking about when I just come and like say, hey, what's up? Hey, I want this guy. What the mistake that I did that most men do is that they go to the hand they want. Disregarding the whole group. And that doesn't work because the moment you leave, they're gonna talk about you and this guy is disrespectful. This guy looks like a play, he's not gonna take you seriously, or you're gonna ruin your things. So what I've come to realize is that when you go to a group, you don't entertain the person that you want. 11 man theory. You give everyone attention except for her. Right? Especially if you're going to clubs, because you know, let's say we're going to a club with Hans and we get there. If a new guy comes, we're not gonna allow him to talk to the hottest hand in our group. But if a new guy comes, talks to the gents, talks to us, And he asks us at some point, like, say, are you dating this Han? And we say no, then we're gonna give him access to talk to the Han.
Exactly.
But if he comes directly to the Han, we're not gonna allow him to talk to the Han, right? Because he's gonna feel disrespected. It's the same thing of like in the olden days, like even now, like if a Gen just comes to our cars, he comes to College View, goes to a Han there, and then he's gonna be treated harshly by the Gens. Like, this guy is things to water. But if he comes, chills it out for a while, and then starts going to the Han after asking what the Han is about, then we're gonna let him go. So the same thing works.
Makes sense.
11 man theory also works. Like if let's say
Always
there are three hands,
yeah.
and then the one you want is the hottest of the three. Just know that if you go to this hand without consulting the two, they're gonna come block you no matter what. They're gonna ruin your things. They'll disturb you. They'll disturb their hand. They'll tell you, she's busy, man. We're going somewhere. They always try to ruin things. Why? Because they don't get as much attention as she does. Exactly. But if you get there, you start greeting the uglier ones, the ones that you don't want. Start giving them attention. Like, say, what's happening? They will give you attention, and at some point you're gonna tell them, like, say, I'm here actually for her. They're gonna give you access to her.
Yeah. So.
Why? Because you started with them. But if you start, so just how I've applied the 11 men theory. It's something that was hard for me, especially approaching groups, because I used to wonder, like, how? I want that hand, but how do I break the ice? So you start with the hands that you don't want. If possible, start with the ugliest one. She's gonna be gushing. She's gonna be over the moon.
I don't want relationships. I'm so cool. Miss Matombazana up until 2025.
Yeah? Why?
No, I need myself. I need my me time, you know.
You can have both.
I easily get distracted. I'm a lover boy, bro.
When you commit, you go all the way.
I'm a certified lover boy.
You don't do things.
I love, you know. So I realize when I love, man, sometimes I lose myself, you know. Like I forget, but hey, man, there's some of the things that I need to do. I'm a lover boy, Romeo. You'll never see me if I'm in a relationship. You'll never. But he was here, you know. But then, nonetheless, I'm a lover boy, man. You can tell me. A lot of people knew I'm a lover boy.
Yeah, for me, I would say, usually when I start the year, I'm someone who starts the year by deciding how I'm gonna date or how I'm gonna treat dating in each and every year.
You play like you.
I'm a man of my word. Like if I decide something, I stick to it, even if it's difficult. Right, like for example, let's say in my final year in uni, I decided that I'm no longer gonna date.
You're right.
That time I was in a relationship and I decided that I no longer want this. Why? Because I didn't want to leave uni with regrets.
Do you think that was fair to your partner? Exactly. Then why do you do it? Like why? That's wrong, man.
Sometimes you feel, bruh, like sometimes you feel like say this year I want to play, right? And I don't want to do those things while I'm in a relationship. Yeah. Because that, to me, like, I just wait to say, what's going to hurt him more? Me ending the relationship and going to do my things, or me continuing to be in the relationship and doing my other things. If she finds out that I'm cheating or doing some weird things, it's going to hurt him more compared to when I break up with her. Sure, the breakup is not fair, but it's better than what? Me going out and doing my other things.
Nah.
Because I felt as though, like, I didn't want to leave uni without having dated the girls that I wanted.
Then why did you start a serious relationship at the beginning, having that mentality?
And then at the time when I started the relationship, I didn't have that mentality. Because it was like, what, 3 years or 2 years into the relationship?
Then what gave you that mentality? What came to a point where you're like, nah, what I'm doing is not me, man. I want to play.
It's like, this thing of like not wanting to have regrets. It's like something that it's like
it's not like you're going to regret being in a serious relationship with her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or were you gonna regret?
I wasn't gonna regret it. But it was like a part that I didn't explore. Like it's like when you play a game and you play up to 80%. Like that 20% is like.
So when you arrive at uni, she was your first girlfriend?
Nah, she wasn't.
So you played before?
I didn't play before. I was like in kind of like serious relationships back to back.
Hey, privilege.
Like I never had time to play.
Yeah.
Because prior to uni, the reason why I say this is because I told you that in high school, I had girls that I couldn't even count with my number because I was so busy. And when I got to uni for the first time, I decided that, say, right now I want to commit.
Yeah.
And when I committed, it was like a new experience. And even the relationship ended up ending because to me, I was so good at like getting new people, and I was horrible at like keeping people. Do you get what I mean? Like, 2010, they're like,
Oh.
like it's easy to get someone
Yeah.
and to leave them. Like
Yes.
you get them, you hang out with them, and you smash, and then you disappear.
I don't
Because-
understand that concept of saying you were in a serious relationship, ne? Back to back.
Yeah,
Then when you're on, it was your second one.
maybe my third.
You Romeo. Then you decided on your third, I'm not doing this. I wanna play.
Yeah.
But then it was fair because you told her.
You know, the reason why I decided that was like, I was dating her now. And while I was dating her, there came a point whereby I cheated.
Yo.
And what happened was that,
Very rare.
right, like cheating, I was telling my friends this one time that sometimes we don't have a reason for cheating. Like, it just happens, right?
You don't
Like,
plan cheating. Sometimes you don't plan cheating.
yeah, that's one of those.
You
man.
find yourself in the
Like,
moment.
I went to we were going out clubbing with my friends.
Yeah.
Like, we had two groups, right? My friends and my girls' friends were like friends. Like, my boys' girlfriends were my girls' friends. So, they were going out and we were going out. So, we were going out to different places.
Yeah.
Right? We were going to different clubs, different house parties. And we were like, okay, sure. We're here with my boys' girlfriends and when I'm with the boys. So it's like the boys' night out, girls' night out, separate places. Right? When I got there, my friend told me in the car, like, say, yeah, today I feel like cheating. I was like, I was judging him. Nah. When I got there, I was actually the one who got a hand. When I got there, when I see this fire hand, I was like, yo. You know, like that hand looked a lot like my girlfriend.
No.
So you know how we are, Jen. Like we look for more of the same things, right? So I saw that hand. The hand came to the party with her friends, but her friends were continuously leaving her alone. And they say, "How do you leave a fire hand like that alone?" And I went there, spoke to her. Conversation was fire. And I ended up telling me, like, she asked me, like, are you dating? Because look like, I told her, like, say, oh, I mean, I'm a gun boy. Hey, I'm a kid. Wow. It's like, when I told her I'm a gun boy, it's like, that's when she became more interested, like, say, started making plans, like, say, now I want you, wada. I understand you're dating.
It's her
Grabbed
now.
my hand. Yeah, I grabbed my hand, went outside. She told me, like, say, if your girl finds out about me, this is what we'll do. I was like, yeah, even making plans. I was like, we'll see when they're fine. I was like, okay, we'll see, we'll chat. After a week, we'll see what happens. To me, I was thinking, like, say, I don't want to smash. I'll take her home, but I was thinking, like, if I go home, my girlfriend's going to come back and then it's going to be a mess. Okay, we'll do other things. Went inside, kissed her. My friend took out the phone, took pictures. So that the next time if I find him cheating, he'll show me the picture. You can't tell me anything because I was always the one who told him we'll put him back into order. I said, Chief, don't do this. So right now, at that time, she wasn't my girlfriend after that night. But after a week, she came to my place. Hey,
We all know.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's your lead.
Hey, after what she told me, like, say, I want us to date. She told me she loves me. Yo. And now thinking about the experiences, like, say, this is fire, man. Now I'm getting to have two of the best things in life. I was like, you. I was like, sure. And we dated for a while, and my girl, I don't know how, bruh. But I was staying at the same house with, like, one of my friends' girlfriends. I'm sure the girl told my girl, like, see, this boy, he's doing. Because there'll be times whereby when that one leaves, this one, same day, like, this one leaves after 1 hour, the other one comes. So that obviously that didn't sit well with most people because these hands are fire after all, like, see, this guy, yo.
But
and then she found out she lost weight because of stress and yeah, it was crazy. It was a crazy experience.
Yeah.
So next year, my final year, when I thought about that, like, see, what if I do this again? Like, the me putting her in that spot was more horrible than me actually ending it and finding someone new. So that's why I did it that way because I knew, bro, like sometimes you just know, like, see, wanna try some new things.
Now cheating is not nice.
Yeah, it's not, bro.
It's not
I don't encourage it. I don't advocate it in
don't
any way.
recommend.
And I was telling this other person that, like, say, there are 3 kinds of people. There are those who will never cheat, those who won't cheat unless the opportunity comes, and those who cheat.
Yeah. Isn't just a game.
Whether the opportunity is there or not, they make a way.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah, man, nah, cheating is not fine. So now I want us to talk about like quality time. You know, doesn't matter with your girlfriend, your family, your kid. I posted something on Facebook, you know, so like gents should take responsibility and spend time with their kids. You know that thing is priceless. You know, spending time with the kid, it's priceless, dog. Like, cause even if you and I have kids, right? Like you have a son, I have a son. They go to same school. You are rich, I'm not. You know, Mijit and you will hustle. You know, you live in Santil, I live in Gas. Right? And then your kid and my kid goes to same school, right?
Yeah.
So when I spend time with my kid, because me now outly hustler, I get to spend time with my children. You only buy them PlayStation,
phone, buy them bikes,
Wi-Fi, and everything. I can't afford that.
Yeah.
You know? What I can do is like I spend time with them. When your child when our child goes to school and your child try to tell my child, I have a PlayStation, I do this and do this. My child, you know what my child's gonna say? Me now, I'm Ronaldo. My dad is Messi. When we play soccer, you know that how that feels, bruh. You know, and your child be like, I don't know that.
Yeah.
You know, and then it will for example, if me now I don't spend time with my child and I don't work, I just don't spend time with him. So when that thing will create a hate. It will create a hate.
Give me his drug, don't mean to.
Okay.
That thing will create a hate to that child, you know, anger, and he will take that anger to the community by doing wrong things, smoking, being a problem child. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So spending quality time with your child is very important. It's very, very, very important. Even though, and spending time doesn't require money.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
I agree.
It doesn't. If you don't work, and even the mother of your child, they might be the cause of saying, you can't see my child because you're not buying anything, you know.
Yeah.
Because you'll have that season that you don't have nothing, and more especially if you don't work, right?
Yeah.
And there will be that season that you get something, you know.
Yeah.
But then most gents create that thing because they go to groove when they reach that season of having something.
Yeah.
And forgetting, well, I have a child, you know. So me personally, I think as a man, we should like spend time with our children. That's very like a father's love is different, dog.
Yeah, that's facts, right? Like there's something that I was speaking to with like my previous girlfriend. I don't even know if I should call her previous girlfriend because we didn't really break up.
Hey, Baba. Hey.
But it was over because it was over. Yeah, I thought it's like let me not go into that.
Yeah.
But it's something I was telling her. Like, see, when I told it, I shouldn't be saying this on camera because I might be taken to court. When the time comes. So when I'm finally rich and someone tells me, like, say, yes, you promised to marry me, and then, yeah, it's going to be a problem. Now she'll have proof. But we're talking, like, say, because she's a fire hand, right? I was telling her, like, say, you would make a fire mother for my kids one day. Like, if it happens, like, say, I don't find someone who's fire, I'm going to come back for you. I don't care if you'll be married or whatever. Or if she's married, I'm going to respect the guy. But I wouldn't care if she has a boyfriend, like, for sake. This is the mother of my kids. So I was telling her, like I say, when we have kids, I'm gonna spend as much time as you with the kids. But I feel like right now, like when I think about it, doesn't make sense. But what I can say is that spending time, even as a gent, it doesn't have to be the same amount of time as the mother does. It doesn't have to be like every day,
like
every
Friday
week or whatever.
Saturday, because you might say you're working, right?
Yeah.
Saturday only, or just like 45 minutes of playing soccer with a child.
Yeah,
you know, they easily get tired, man.
Because as gents, we operate differently, and I'd say kids need both parents, right? They need both the father, they need both the mother. And as a father, even if it's not a lot of time, like that few minutes, like whatever words you're gonna give the child, like say you tell them, like say yes, you must go and pass at school or whatever, those things are gonna stay with the child longer than anything, bro. Like whereas if you're just someone who's like, yeah, you have all the money in the world, you only see your kids maybe late when you're tired from work, like you tell them, yeah, you pass it when you're eating and you go to sleep, that's not quality time, bro. Like yeah, I agree with you. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to have a lot of money to do the right things. You don't even need money to do the right things. Even in relationships, sometimes you apply put pressure.
You like
I feel like
relationships.
yeah.
You like relationships, eh?
I mean, you're not gonna have kids without relationships.
Oh, yes.
So I mean, you gotta start somewhere. When you have relation, you wanna make sure you have kids with the right mom, the right.
Yes,
So
yeah, you should. Yeah.
you need experience to discern who's the right one, who's the wrong one, and sometimes even if you have all the experience, you can still choose wrongly because people fake things. So otherwise, yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Before I make a whole other podcast on quality time.
Yeah,
Otherwise, is that it for the day?
I think so.
Otherwise, thank you for joining us, watching this podcast fully. You can kindly
Subscribe
and like,
comment
down below if there were some things you disagree with or things you agree with.
Yeah.
We'll see you on another episode. Cheers.
Of course.